Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing this Sunday evening? We are here for the review of BMF. All right, BMF Season 1, Episode 5, Secrets and Lies. I don't know why, but that part just made me think of Cupid by 112. Yeah, just that part alone made me think of that song. So I'm really starting to like the show. I really am. I'm really liking BMF. I like the story of it. It's a real good show, really good show, and I really thoroughly enjoy it. So let's get into it. So the first scene we got is basically this whole episode is about lying and how you keep lying. You lie, and then you put another lie on top of that, and another lie on top of that. You keep lying, keep lying, and keep lying until boom, the truth will come out, right? That's a lesson learned in lying. And so we get this first scene with they're back when they were young, and the mama telling it looked like Meech or Terry, to lie to your teacher, give her this note, but I guess she faked the note and just saying the lie. Then the little girl, Nicole, she's supposed to be doing her homework, but she's reading a hip hop magazine. All right, and then the Mama Lucille asks Daddy Charles, how does my outfit look and everything? He's saying it look good, but he's actually lying. And you know what? The truth's gonna come out eventually, okay? Then we see um Terry. We see Terry, um, Daddy Charles, we see Mama Lucille, and we see Pastor Swift's niece, who is the lawyer that he recommended. They're going over the lawsuit and everything like that, and she's saying, answer questions that you only remember. They're like, do you remember when you got out of the bed and the nurse and the doctors told you don't get out of bed, but you wanted to leave? He was like, I don't remember. All right, well, do you not remember falling and everything like that on your face? They're like, I don't remember. And then I think he was the lawyer for the hospital or something. Um, he showed pictures, and he said, this is you and your brother getting out of a 3,000, was it $30,000 car. All right, look like a Mercedes Benz, and you're rocking fur coats, you rocking Rolexes. This looks like something that does not happen every day. It looks like you are involved in illegal drug, crack cocaine. I said, ooh, Terry. The truth gonna come out. The truth is coming out. And they're like, I'm not doing it. Mama, look here. Mama Lucille she is just trying to say that, she's trying to think that 3 plus 3 equals 10, when we all know that 3 plus 3 equals 6. In her mind, she does not want to believe that her kids, especially Terry, is selling crack cocaine. Your son has no job. Okay, no job. Your kids have no job. They are wearing fur coats, which around that time was probably mink coats. What else? What else was popping around that time? Um, sorry, one second, y'all. Like it's hard to like look up to. One second. Yeah, my TV. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. But there we go. But your son doesn't have a job. Neither of them do. They're rocking mink coats, okay, and they are wearing Rolexes. It, like I said, in her mind, 3 plus 3 equals 10. She doesn't want to put two and two together and believe that her kids are selling crack cocaine, which they are. So then we see Meech going to Pat, and he is giving him the money and everything like that. Pat was like telling the girl was like, who, because he killed Rock. Y'all remember he killed Rock, his right hand man. So there's a girl in charge of Rock's place. He tells her, to re up on, Meech, and he was like, look here, Pat, we don't need it. Thank you for doing all that you've done for us. Thank you for teaching us the game and everything like that. But it's time for us, to do what we gotta do, Look here, you can't be under, you know, you can't be under somebody for so long. You know the game. You've done this, you've done that. You feel comfortable going your own way. And that's what Meech is trying to say. Like, we are ready to go our own way. You've taught us everything that we know. Now we want to do it our own. So we're fine. We're just going to end this peacefully. Pat said, ain't no way, young buck. You ain't, no. You're not ready and everything like this. Basically just trying to diminish what um Meech was saying. And Meech said, the first thing you taught us, don't get high off your own supply. Pat took that to heart and Pat punched Meech in the stomach. And I said, you're right. You don't get high off of your own supply. And that's what happened. Pat is getting high off of crack cocaine. He's getting high off his own supply. Okay? And so that's what's happening. And Meech just wants to be, out of Pat's um wing. He wants to do his own thing, so does Terry. And so that's what's gonna happen. And Pat doesn't want to do it. Pat does not want, basically what I'm getting the feeling is that Pat doesn't want another competition. Pat doesn't want, because he's considered like the biggest drug dealer in their neighborhood and where they're at, but he's scared somebody might take his place. That's what I'm getting at. So then Lamar we see Lamar um and Monique, okay? Look, I forgot to mention this. Homie is British, okay? Person who played Lamar, he is British. Y'all British people, y'all really be getting us. This whole time I'm thinking this dude American. Nope, this dude British. Same thing from that dude on Snowfall. He's British. I don't think he American. Y'all be playing with this. Y'all really be playing with this. You really be playing with this. But his accent, his American accent is good. So Zoe pops in, okay? She wakes up and she was like, oh my gosh, daddy, oh my god, I miss you so much. Oh my god, what do you want for breakfast? He was like, fix us some pancakes. So she go in there and fix some pancakes. Okay. She also asked him, hey, can you pick me up from school? And so Monique was like, I'm not comfortable with that because he has a bad time with time management. And I do too. Me and time management, I have horrible time management. I try to think that I'm on time to something, but no. Especially for work, I'd be like a minute late. I remember a couple weeks ago, I was late every single day. It was either like 2 minutes late or something like that. I get there at 11 o'clock, 11:02. It's because of traffic, but also it's because I have horrible time management. So I understand about that. This TV. Why is he keep doing that? Pause, y'all. Pause for 1 second. Okay. And so, Zoe is gonna, so he's gonna pick up Zoe from school. Okay. So then we see Meech and Terry. Um, Terry is telling Meech about, the lawsuit and everything like that. They offering like 25 something $1,000, and he doesn't know like what he should do. Me just saying you need to take it. Terry was like, bro, I can't see out of my eye. I'm probably gonna be like this for the rest of my life. Okay, like I'm screwed. I am screwed. Okay, I don't know what to do. And he's thinking that they should get more money. But then here's the thing: why are you gonna get more money with something that you can already get? And it's like you asking for more money. Also, they already know what's going on. They think that we selling crack cocaine, which we are, but we don't want our parents to believe that we are doing it. So it's like you asking for more money is gonna look suspicious, so you should just take the money. And so they're going to they're talking about meeting with Big L and everything like that. The lady that they met at the bar. She said that she only wanted to work with Terry and he made the deal with her in the last episode. So they're trying to come up with, what they're gonna do to meet up with her, what they're gonna bring to the table basically. And they talk about the stash because Lamar and the crew, the 12th Street Boys, they broke into the 50 Boy stash house, took their money and took their cocaine, took everything from them, okay? And the little shootout happened. Big Boy Hoop shot Slick in the he shot one of them in the leg. And so they're trying to find out where their money is. And you know what? Meech did a good idea. He was like, look here, we not gonna kill anybody. Because Terry was like, we should just kill this dude. And Meech was like, oh, so now all of a sudden you want to try to, kill somebody? You bring heat, with B Mickey and what he did. You getting mad, over what Pat did to Rock and everything like that. Now you want to kill somebody? And in this moment, I'm looking at, I'm like, Meech really never wanted to kill people. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know what y'all getting at, but I'm looking at this, these episodes so far. We in episode 5. And every time there was conflict, violence, let's just kill these people. Meech was like, no, let's not kill people. Let's find another way so we can avoid that and avoid all the chaos that will happen if we do end up killing people. To me, it looked like he only just to me, it just looked like Meech only wanted to sell dope and get money. That's all he wanted to do. That is all Meech wanted to do, was sell dope and get money and have sex. That's all he wanted to do. He didn't want to kill nobody. He didn't want to hurt nobody. He just wanted to mind his business and make money. That was it. And I appreciate that. You don't want to kill people. All you want to do is just mind your business and make money. You do that, brother. You make money. Just don't kill anybody. That's what he didn't want to do. That's what I'm getting at. If y'all feeling that, if y'all agree with me, that's what's up. And so he was like, but we gotta go after his weakness. Go after his weakness. He might tell us what, where the stash is at. So we see Zoe getting out of school, and we see Meech picking her up. And he was like, your mom's told me to come get you, so that's what I'm gonna do. So let's go, get some stuff. Let's have some fun. And he said we can get some food. Okay, it sounded very, the way that he was saying the stuff to Zoe, it sounded very pedophile-ish. Talking to her like she a little kid, when she, like, talking to her like she 5 years old, but she looked like she 12. You know, that that's what I was getting the vibes from. He talking to her like she a little kid. Like, I didn't like the way he was talking to her. It just kind of fell off. So he took Zoe. Okay, he took Zoe on a little ride. He ain't kidnapped her. He just took her for a little ride. Okay, around E-course. So we see Lamar at the school. He looking around trying to find where Zoe is, and so it looked like nobody, no kids are there. They're all gone. One of her friends, one of Zoe's friends, show up. He asked her, "Hey, have you seen Zoe or whatever?" She was like, "I think she left with her dad earlier." So then we see Lil Zane. Lil Zane pop up, okay? Lil Zane pop up and he hand Lamar a note saying, hey, if you want your daughter, you got to exchange for the stash. And so they got in a little tussle and everything like that. And um, Lamar just automatically flipped up the crazy switch. And he said, okay, let's go to war. Let's go to war. We see Meech and Zoe, and she's still like asking questions like, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? He was like, yeah, we can get some, ice cream. We can get some Rocky Road ice cream with extra marshmallows. If y'all don't know, Rocky Road ice cream, that's like a Michigan thing here. Um, we have three ice cream flavors that we're really known for. Superman ice cream, which is just red, yellow, and blue ice cream, just swirled together like Superman colors. Blue Moon, which is blue ice cream, and then Rocky Road ice cream. Um, those are like three ice cream flavors known here in Michigan, and it's also like a Rocky Road pop. Fago has like a Rocky Rye. That's what it's called. Fago has a flavor like that. So yeah. Um, but she wanted Rocky Road ice cream with extra marshmallows. I said, girl, Rocky Road ice cream ain't all that good, but okay. And so it's really not. Um, so he's gonna like just keep her busy for a minute. Okay, keep her busy. Then we see Miss Lucille and Mr. Charles. And they're talking about what they saw. And she, like I said, she just can't put it in her mind that her perfect angel son is selling crack cocaine with his brother. She even asked him, she said, yo, Don't lie to me. Say it straight to my face. Is you selling cocaine with your brother? He said, no, ma'am. I said, you're lying to your mama. You're lying, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. And she just believed him. She just believed him. And so we also get information from the lawyer, and I think they get settled for like, they offered $25,000. The daddy was like, we should take it. The mom was like, no, we shouldn't take it. And wait, no, yeah, the daddy said take it, but the mom was like, no, no, let's not take it, because she even asked, like, if something happens, if something more develops within his injury, can we get more money? And the lawyer said no. And so they're trying to see if they should take this money or not. And I said, look here, y'all better take this money. So for one, y'all can pay the upcoming mortgage, okay? So y'all won't have to worry about your son paying for the mortgage, okay? He really tried to unpay this mortgage. That's something you can't get a refund on a mortgage. That's something that you can't get a refund on, brother. All right. Also, paint your house. That drywall, them patches of drywall in that house irks my nerves. Every time I see them little patches of drywall, I'm like, how much did paint cost back in the day? Paint couldn't have cost that much back in the day now. Y'all couldn't paint the whole, that just really irked my nerves. I'm like, y'all paint the rest of them patches of drywall around that house. Y'all bought the furniture. Y'all just couldn't finish painting your house. Paint the rest of your house with that money from Terry, okay? Do that. So then we see Kato and B Mickey. Kato and B Mickey. And so they just got done having sex. Okay. He was like, you wanna go again? I said, dang, bro. Can she catch her breath? And he was like, why all of a sudden now you want to, do some stuff with me? First you said, I can't hit it. And now you offered to me. We just hit it. Like, what's going on with you? Okay. And I said, because she's using her kitty cat to get information. That's what you got to do. Hey, use what you got to get information. Boy, men are suckers for kitty cat. So do what you got to do, girl. Use your power. And so his beeper is beeping. She says, who's, calling from 900 number? And he was like, it's Meech. So then he picks up the phone. Meech tells him to meet him in Cato somewhere. So we see Lamar and the 12th Street Boys crew. He is saying, look here, y'all. Y'all better find Meech. Meech got my kid. I want y'all to look here. I want you to look there. I want y'all to look everywhere to find Meech, find Terry, find them light skinned men and bring them to my site. Okay, y'all better find them. Okay, I said they not all light skinned now. Terry, nah, they not all light skinned. All right, now just Meech. All right, and so he's barking out the orders, and Tiny, Tiny, he like the hmm, is he like, probably no, well, Slick. You had JMO, you had Flamel, you had Slick. So I guess Tiny, who he was the one that, told them about Flamel, told the 12 Street Boys about Flamel in the last episode. He like the fourth rank in charge or whatever. He questioning Lamar. And um he said something to Lamar, and Lamar's like, all right, we good. We good. He proceeds to take off his belt and choke Tiny, telling him, who is you questioning me and everything like that. Homie looked like he about to pass out, okay? But Slick was like, yo, chill out with that. Chill out with that. And so he literally just told them, y'all better find Meech. Find Meech, find out where they stand, find their mama, find their daddy, find everybody, find their aunties, their uncles, find the kids. I don't care. Y'all better find them before something bad gonna happen. And so I also forgot to point this out. Lamar's license plate said 666. People who don't know, 666, that means the devil. Why are you messing with somebody who has 666 on their license plate? Just why, why? Mm-mm. Don't do that. Don't mess with somebody that got 666 tatted on them, license plate, whatever. No, don't do that. We don't rock with those people. We don't rock with them people. Okay, so Detective Charles is okay. So we got Daddy Charles and we got Detective Charles because y'all know Charles. He was in Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Tyler Perry movie. Okay, so he will forever be Charles. So Detective Charles, but his name is Detective Brian on the show. But Detective Charles, he gets a he gets word from his new, who's the person in charge of this whole case, this Drano case, saying that there's a key witness in the JMO murder. And so um he goes to the interrogation room and the dude name is Mr. May. And his partner was like, how tall was he? 5'10", this. He was like, no, he was 6'2". His, shoulders came out to here. He was very specific. Very, very specific. Okay. And he I I don't want to say OCD. He just came off as someone who was very particular, who knows everything. He knew every single little detail. He was very type A. He was a very type A person. And so his detective Charles's partner, he was like, okay, Mr. May, the dude who was a key witness, which one of these people look familiar? Do these people look familiar in this case? Meech was on like the top left and some other people. It was like 6 people. And Mr. May is looking at it and he was like, nope, not them. Nope, he's not here. Nope. Mm-mm. Detective Charles was like, all right, cut it. Cut. He was like, thank you, Mr. May, for coming in. Let us know if you have any more questions, if you need to figure out anything. Okay. So as they're exiting, Mr. May gets a good glimpse of Detective Charles because they're trying to figure out who put JMO in the car. There we go. So they did like a quick little glance at each other and then they walked away. We see Mama Lucille and Daddy Charles. They're talking about, oh, excuse me. They're talking about the money situation. Should Terry settle for this? No, he shouldn't have settled for this. And then they're just going back and forth with this money case, okay? Then we see them talking to Kato. They take Zoe to Kato's house. And she was like, she didn't have to say this. She says, I ain't got no toys here. The only toy that I got is my vibrator. Girl, they did not need to know that. They didn't need to know. You could have kept that to yourself, girl. Okay, they didn't need to know all that. They just needed you to watch the kid. Okay, and so as Terry and Meech are talking to Kato, she gets a phone call from Lamar, and her and Lamar are in cahoots with each other and everything like that. We don't know how they know each other. All we know is that he was good friends with her daddy, so that's all we know. He asking her, yo, has Meech Terry told you anything about where Zoe is? Where they hiding her? She go out to a different room and she was like, I don't know anything. I'm supposed to be quiet. That's it. And he tells her, look here, you better help out to where Zoe's at, okay? Help me find out where Zoe is, okay? And so she um goes back in the room. She's act like she talks to her cousin. Meech and Terry left. Zoe's just still in there. And so Meech and Terry, they leaving and they talking about, if this plan works. What if this plan don't work? What if it backfires? What if he goes after our family and everything like that? Like this dude Lamar crazy. He crazy. Like we don't know what's gonna happen. But Meech was like, look here, bro, just stay calm. Everything's gonna be okay. All right. I got a plan. If this all backfires, okay? I got a plan and I got an idea, okay? Then we see Lamar. Lamar's struggling, okay? He looked scared, okay? He looked tired. He is in the backyard and Monique comes. Y'all know Monique is played by Cash Doll. She like, where's Zoe at? Where's Zoe? Where's Zoe at? He tells her that Zoe's not here. He tells her that somebody took Zoe. Cash Doll started freaking out. Where's Zoe? Where's Zoe? She started freaking out. She hitting Lamar. Where's Zoe? He's like, he probably with Meech. Meech took her. All right. Now, he asked her, Monique, tell me where Meech is at, okay? Where does he live? Tell me everything. And she was like, I think she said Southwest. Girl, you need to say something else more than Southwest. It's playing Southwest. What you mean Southwest, okay, girl? Sorry for the camera shaking. Um, and so she crying, she hitting him, and then here comes Slick. Slick is limping. Slick was the one that Hoop shot in the knee. And Hoop said in the last episode, somebody around here is walking with a bad limp, okay? Because I got him in the knee. Slick was the one that Hoop got in the knee. And so, hold on, y'all, let me pause this one one time. Pause it. Yeah. So he tells Slick was like, yo, I looked everywhere. I looked high and dry finding out where Terry and Meech was at, and I can't find him. Nobody can find out where Terry and Meech is at. Okay? And so he tells Lamar tells Slick, go look in Southwest, go keep looking, bro. Just keep looking, okay? Keep looking until we find out where Meech and Terry's at, okay, bro? Keep looking. So we see Detective Charles. He's eating some coney dogs from Lafayette Coney Dog's place. His partner, Detective Lopez, finally found out what his last name was. And y'all, here in Michigan, coney dogs are very popular. It's a popular dish here. They actually came from Flint. They came from Flint. Um, but coney dogs, oh my gosh, coney dogs are so delicious. You need a nice bun. You need a Kogel's hot dog. Kogel's headquarters is here. So get you a Kogel's hot dog. And it's like the coney sauce is like, it's not like a bolognese, like a meat sauce. It's a meat sauce, but it's not thick like a bolognese or anything else. It's like, it's a nice runny. It's kind of like a semi runny meat sauce. And you put your mustard, put your ketchup or mustard up in there, put some onions if you want some onions. Fire, bro. Like coney dogs are just it's delicious. But there's two coney dog stores literally right next to each other, Lafayette and American Coney Dogs in Detroit. I've never been to them. I only rock with Flint Coney Dogs. No offense to my Detroiters, my Sag Nasty folks. No offense, but Flint Coney Dogs is A1. So, and so he was like, all right, so we got an autopsy report from for JMO, and he died of a single gunshot wound. He also had two pierced ears, and they only recovered one in his ear, okay, and they trying to find the other one. Detective Charles was like, it's probably somewhere floating in the ocean. We see Lamar show up at Kato's house. And y'all remember Zoe is supposed to be there at Kato's house. And she answers the door. Lamar come busting in. He looking around trying to find Zoe. TV's on. What's on TV? Looney Tunes. He was like, what you doing watching cartoons? She's like, I'm watching cartoons. I love Bugs Bunny. Ain't nothing wrong with no cartoons. Ain't I still watch cartoons. I'll be watching SpongeBob. Okay, I watch SpongeBob. I'll be watching Loud House that come on Nickelodeon. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with watching cartoons at an old age. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So he looking around. She's sweating bullets right now because he like, oh crap, where's he gonna find Zoe? Okay, he flipping out. He was like, yo, just you would tell me where Zoe is, right? She's like, yeah. He looking around, and so they come back into the living room. He's okay. So you got the door, you got Lamar, and you got Kato. Kato is literally, she can see the window. She can see Meech with Zoe out in the window. Meech is taking Zoe, to get some ice cream or whatever. And so she's trying to distract Lamar from not turning around. He was about to turn around, and she was like, so what we gonna do? We gonna kill a family? What we gonna do? And he was like, he looked at her, and then she looked and she see outside Meech and Zoe not there. So then he opened up the piece of paper that little Zane gave him. He opens it and he calls the number. It's Meech's number. And he tells Meech, hey yo, you just signed your death warrant, alright? Look here. I ain't give you nothing, you ain't gonna get nothing. So do what you wanna do, homie, alright? Let's go. Let's roll, let's rock, alright? We see Slick, two of the 12th Street boys, they walk into this corner store. and we see 50 boys. Okay, who shoot one of the dudes in the ear, because they walking around, the 50 boys, they got their guns and pow. I'm like, oh, did you just shoot homie in the ear? It looked like he shot homie in the ear. It was three of them. It was Slick and two other 12th Street boys. They got the two other 12th Street boys, and then they kidnapped Slick and put him in a car. Okay, so they tie up Slick, so it's just B, Mickey, and Terry. They trying to interrogate him, and he making fun of them, saying, you hit like a girl. My girl hit way harder than you, and everything like that. And he not telling them nothing, so they just beating him, pistol whipping him, and they just stomping on him, beating him up. Homie ain't saying nothing. All right, nothing. So we see Detective Charles. He looking through his car, that no, he looking through a car. I think it was his car, but he going through the car, and he goes in the back seat, the same car that he brought JMO to see Meech. He goes in the back seat, and he's touching behind the cushions and everything like that, and he pulls out the other earring of JMO's. Detective Lopez pulls up. He was like, "Hey, yo, Charles, what's going on?" He was like, "Oh, trying to look for my keys." He's holding the earring. He's trying to put it in his pocket. And Lopez was like, "Yo, I can help you." But Charles was like, "No, I got this. I got this. Have a good night." He looks at the earring. I said, "Girl, the lies, the lies, the lies." So then we go back to this warehouse, and Meech, he pissed about what Terry and B Mickey was doing to Slick, and he tells them to untie him. So then he sits down, and he appreciates him. You being an old head and everything like that. You not saying anything. Much respect to you, but I gotta show you something. He takes Slick, and he shows him that Zoe, little girl, baby girl, was just jamming in the car. She was like, she was just jamming in the car. Okay. He tells Slick, you can do two things. You can take her. You can tell me where the stash is at. I'll give you the girl. You can look like the hero. Or I can do something else. And then Lamar would be pissed at you. Slick was like, bro, you ain't a killer. And he was like, either way, I'm screwed. Lamar's going to be pissed at me. Because if Meech kills Zoe and he takes her head to Lamar, he's going to be pissed at Slick. But then he gives him the address to the stash where it's at. He's going to be pissed either way. And so Slick was like, all right, it's at 12th and Harper Ave. He was like, what? It's at 12th and Harper's Ave. That's where it's at. So we see Cash Doll. She's sitting there. She's stressed. She's stressed now, okay? She played a voicemail from Meech. He's saying how much he cared about her, how much he loved her. He also said, I just want us to be one big happy family. And I said, why are you saying it like Zoe's your kid? Sir, Zoe's not your kid. What? Why? Okay, here's my thing. And I'm sorry if I offend anybody. I do not like it when kids, when kids call other men daddy, when daddy's not your daddy. I don't know who says, yeah, you can call him your dad, but that's not her daddy. That's not her daddy. Yeah, he may have helped, right? But that's not her daddy. That is not her daddy. It just really, it's just very cringy to me whenever either when it's on reality shows or scripted TV shows. That just is very cringy to me. Like, that's not your kid. That's not your kid. Okay, like on Animal Kingdom. I still got to do the review for Animal Kingdom. I still can't accept the fact that that was the season finale. I still got to review it, but I just can't accept that that was the season finale. No. But Craig. Craig ain't the father of baby Nikki. That's not his child. But he claims that as his child. I don't like that. That's not your kid, okay? That goes with everything else. It's just no to me. And so he's saying you don't want to be a family. That's not your kid, Meech. That's not your kid. You didn't raise the. No, that's not your kid. Where's the biological dad? First of all, where he at? He in jail, Mo. He's slinging drugs. Where he at? Where he at, Monique? Where he at? So she hear the voicemail and she just go crazy. She threw that voicemail and then she just start wiping stuff off the table. She started crying. I'm like, okay, Cash Doll, look at you. Look at you, Cash Doll, trying to get your Emmy, girl. Okay, Cash Doll, keep doing your thing, mama. And so she was acting on this episode, okay? Cash Doll was acting, all right? So she crying. It's a knock at the door. Who is it? Slick. It's Mo. No, it's Slick. Slick pulled up with um Zoe. And Monique, she's happy about it and everything like that. And Lamar, he looks at Slick. And so he thought, all right, now I got our kid, I got our daughter, let's go inside, let's be a family. Monique said nope. She said no. No sir. No sir. She slammed that cage screen, and she told him, F you, F Meech, F everybody, you ain't allowed in this house, get away from us. F you, Lamar, F you. And she closed the door, okay? And he started throwing a hissy fit outside too. Actually, y'all, I skipped over a part. Okay, so I watched the episode. I just watched it. I'm just now, doing scene by scene. I'm just doing like 4 scenes at a time. And like I'm pausing and going as I'm like looking through the scenes and, seeing what happened. I jumped, okay? Slick brought Zoe to Lamar's house. And he looked at Slick sideways. After that scene, um, Terry and Lawanda was talking about the money and everything like that, and how she doesn't want him to keep, bringing Meech into everything that they do, and he needs to start thinking for himself. Basically, that's the scene that happened with Terry and Lawanda. Then after that scene, Monique heard the voicemail from Meech, and she was crying, and yeah, Lamar brought Zoe home, and yeah, she slammed the door. F you, yeah. So out of order, my bad, out of order. Then we see Pat in his barbershop talking to Detective Charles. And basically that whole scene came down to is, I'm not even going by like scene by scene by what happened, but Pat wants Detective Charles on his payroll. And he said no. That's basically what the whole scene was. He just wanted to get Detective Charles on his payroll, and um, and everything like that, talking about Meech and things like that. So that's what that scene was about. And then the next day happened. We see Meech in a car, and then we see another car pull up. Meech got his gun. He puts it on, the car, inside the car. Uh, y'all know what that is. We see old dude walking up, and he put his gun in his back pocket. All right, gets in the car. It's Tiny from the 12th Street Boys, and Meech shows him the crack cocaine. Shows him the crack, and Tiny gives him an envelope. It looked like about 30 grand and 3K, and it looks like they are in cahoots together. He was like, yo, what's going on, bro? Like, you eat course in and out. Like, what's going on? Like, you know, what's the deal? And Tiny was like, look here, bro, it's not all about that. It's just about business. It ain't about color. It ain't about this. It ain't about that. It's just about getting that money. That's it. It's business. So it looks like them two in cahoots together. Everybody in cahoots with people. Everybody in cahoots with people, bro. Like, come on, bro. Y'all in cahoots with everybody. Let's see what happened next. Okay. So then we see Terry. I just now realized this. They bought a house literally right across the street. My bad. They bought a house. Whoever bought that, probably most likely Meech, bought the house across the street from their parents' house. Here I am thinking they got, because it was in last episode. I thought they bought a house in a different neighborhood. Girl, no, they bought the house across the street. And so Terry chilling with one of the neighbors and everything like that. And Meech pulls up. All right, Meech, he wearing, looking like it's not Adidas. It's not an Adidas tracksuit. It's a flashy tracksuit. And they're talking about meeting up with Big L. And Terry was like, bro, like, nah, she don't want to meet with you. She just want to meet with me. She thinks you're too flashy. Girl, why that hurt Big Meech? That stung Big Meech. Okay, he was stuck. He's like, I ain't flashy. Me? He was flabbergasted. He said, me flashy? Terry was like, bro, look at you. Look at you. Girl, he was so butthurt. He was like, yo, you think I'm flashy? The neighbor was like, look here, I've known y'all for a long time, and I know not to get between you and your brother. Here he is sipping his Kool-Aid. He was like, I'm flashy. I'm flashy. Like, girl, I ain't. I'm flashy. Girl, he was so butthurt. He was so butthurt about that. He was hurt. His feelings got hurt. And so, then I believe it's the next day. It had to be the next day. Um, we see Detective Charles pulling out a no, we see Detective Lopez and Detective Charles go to Mr. May's house, and Charles was like, why we pulling up to the house? Lopez was like, he called and said he has more information. So they knocking at Mr. May's door. Homie walking his dog, he was like, yo, Mr. May's not here. He had like a whole bunch of boxes and everything. It looked like he moved out. So Mr. May ain't there anymore. All right, what's going on? And y'all know what always happens. Somebody will key witness, and all of a sudden they moved out. Somebody must have, was messing with the witness. And so Charles pulls up to a gas station, and that's where Meech is at. He was like, "You took care of the problem." Meech was like, "Yeah, I took care of the problem. He ain't there no more. Homie, not there no more." And so Charles gives him the money back. He says, "This is the last thing that I'll ever do for you." And so while Charles is driving away, he stopped. He passes by his car. He stopped for a minute, pulls off. We see someone pull up from the black car. It's Detective Lopez, his partner. And he gets a clear view of Meech. He had a clear view of Detective Charles talking to Meech and him handing Meech money. Girl, you messy. You messy. You're messy. You're messy, Charles. Come on, bruh. And then the last scene. Y'all remember what I said in the beginning. You tell a lie, and then you just keep stacking that lie. You just keep stacking and stacking and stacking. The truth will eventually find out, right? So it's nighttime. Terry and Meech got their stash back, okay? Meech comes into the house. Terry was like, yo, how you get in the house? Meech was like, spare key in the back. So he's looking at the money, and they talk about all the ways like they can flip it and everything like that. And do you think we doing the right thing? And it's like with everything that happened with Rock. And then the camera keeps going back and forth between somebody coming up the stairs. And I said, ooh, what if it's Daddy gonna come up the stairs? What if Daddy Charles gonna come up the stairs? All right. And they just once again talking about violence that they've done, talking about this and everything like that. All of a sudden, the door opens. They're holding the drugs. They're holding the cocaine, and the glass drops, and it's the mama. Oh yeah. And she goes out the door, and then Meech and Terry looking like. Y'all, that part was funny. But that was how the episode ended. Like I told y'all, you start out with a lie, And then you keep building on top of that lie. Before you know it, truth gonna happen. The truth gonna hurt. And the thing is that I look here, it's the mama fault because she didn't want to believe it. She didn't want to believe that Terry was doing drugs with me. She didn't want to believe it. In her head, she thought it was real, but then she had to see it for herself. And both of your kids selling cocaine. That's what happens where you don't want to believe the truth, and it's right in front of you. It was right in front of you. You just didn't want to believe it, so you just had to see it for your own eyes. Both your kids selling cocaine. Look at here, y'all. That was the episode of BMF, and I'll see y'all when I see you when I do that Animal Kingdom review. Okay, peace. I love you guys. Bye.